Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, we are gonna be doing a little challenge. I don't really do challenges on my channel because I'm basic and I'm boring like that, but I thought this challenge was cool because I feel like it's made for me. So this is the one dip challenge. I did not obviously create this challenge. This has been going around. I thought it was really fun, and like I said, I feel like this was truly made for me. So you guys know I'm super heavy-handed with my makeup. A lot of you guys hate it. I love it. So sorry, not sorry. But seriously, I'm proud of it. I always say that I'm heavy-handed, and I know that I am. So if we're talking foundation, you have one dip for your entire face. Same with concealer, same with eyeshadow, same with everything. I think the thing that I'm most nervous about is probably brows. Like, I'm not even gonna use the brow pencil today because I don't really think that I can. I think that's gonna kind of defeat the purpose of like one dip because you can't really dip with brow products unless you're using a like pomade. But I think everything else could work. Like, I'm not too worried about the foundation or the concealer. I think it's just the brows that I'm like, so hopefully it turns out better than expected. I think it's gonna be a hot mess, like the brows, but we'll see. Let's be positive, actually. Let me not be negative Nancy. Let me be positive Patricia. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. We are just gonna get into it. Definitely grab a snack and subscribe to my channel for 3 new videos every single week. And let's get into, I was gonna say the one chip challenge, not the chip challenge because I hate spicy food. One dip challenge. Let's do it. Here we go. So starting off with the brows. I'm nervous about this, you guys. I don't know how this is gonna turn out because I always use a pencil and then a pomade, but today I'm not gonna use a pencil because I feel like that kind of like defeats the purpose of, you know, the one dip challenge. So this is one of my favorite brow pomades. It's from Reina Rebelde. It's the eye paint for brows and eyes. And this one's in the shade Frida, which I really like because it's super dark. If I'm not using this, I'm usually using the e.l.f. liner and brow cream. Those are like my 2 current favorites. So this is what it looks like. It's just a traditional pomade, but the formula is really great. All right, so let's do it. One dip. I'm gonna dip a lot so that I can distribute the product. Okay, that's one dip, and yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna try to be really precise because again, I'm not gonna outline my brows with a pencil. So I dipped quite a bit. Okay, wait, this is not terrible right now. I'm always like so focused when I do this. This brush, by the way, is from Profusion. It's the EB1 angled brow brush. It's so good. Okay, wait, this is like not terrible with one dip. This is also a really great formula as well, which helps. I love the e.l.f. one too. That one is pretty similar formula. Again, this one's just a little bit darker. Actually not terrible. I like using a pencil because I feel like I can just be a little bit more precise with like the shape and everything, but this brush is really good. Now let's clean up the brows. This is interesting because like I said, I am extremely heavy-handed with the concealer. So I normally use the NYX full coverage concealer or I use a stick foundation. I'm gonna use a stick foundation. Both of these are always sold out, which is so annoying. This is the ColourPop No Filter stick foundation. It has tape on it. I don't know why, but I use the shade Light 70W. Any stick foundation will work. Doesn't have to be this one. This is just the one that I have. I don't really love stick foundation, so the ones that I do have left over, I like to use them to clean up my brows just to not waste the product, but this is really good. Ooh, this is gonna be a challenge. So I'm kind of spot cleaning some of my brushes also as I go. So normally I'm like digging in here multiple times, but let's do one dip. Oh no, no. Ugh, I definitely need more for the top, but I think maybe I can distribute. Oh, actually, I need like 2 dips. I feel like at least. Okay, I think this actually could work. I'm not like totally mad about it. Like I do need like 1 more dip, but okay, maybe with the concealer on the brows, I definitely need to like chill because I am aggressive. I didn't dip, by the way. This is like leftover product. I'm just trying to like fix my brow tail. Okay, not mad about the brows, surprisingly. Like I want to dip in a little bit more. I'm not, but I want to because like right here, you see like I feel like I have a little bit of gaps like that I could definitely fill in either with a pencil or with a little bit more pomade and just, I think it would be good, but you know, like I thought this was gonna be bad, like really bad, but it's not terrible. The eyeshadow, actually, I'm a little like, ooh, how's that gonna turn out? I don't know, but I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. I've been loving this eye primer, so good for any eyeshadows, really. It makes them pop and last all day, you guys. I feel like one dip with eye primer, that's definitely all that you need, at least with this one, because it's like pretty pigmented. So I use my finger and then I use a brush like to really get in there and blend it in. For eyeshadow palette today, I really want to use the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette because I have been obsessed with this palette. This is so good. It doesn't smell like pumpkin, which is very unfortunate. It smells like chocolate, which I wish it didn't, because I actually do love the smell of pumpkin spice. But regardless, it's a really, really great palette. I love it because it's fall in a palette. I love that. I think I want to do something like purpley today. Like I definitely want to dip into this row down here. So I'm going to start off with the shade right here called A La Mode, and I'm going to apply that right in my crease. Oh, this is going to be fun. Crease shades are normally the colors that I use the most of, like that I like really like pack on. One dip. Okay, that was a big dip, but oh, I'm not even gonna tap off the excess because we need all the product. So let me just kind of place that down. Trying to like place it down and then blend it out. I want to dip it back in so bad. It's crazy, like you don't realize how much makeup you're using. And I was watching Nikki tutorials and she mentioned like that's really kind of like I feel like the point of this video, like to bring awareness to how much product we use all the time, specifically me, because I use a lot, I know. But you know, as crazy as it may seem, like I know I'm so heavy-handed with my products, but I actually surprisingly, even when I love a product a lot and I'm using it constantly, I don't go through makeup a lot. Like I don't, even though I use a lot, I make my products last a long time. I know I have a lot of makeup and I'm always using different things, but whenever I love something, I will use it over and over and over again, and it usually lasts a very long time in my collection. So I'm gonna go into this color right here, Love You a Latte. Super cute. It's like a little more mauve-y than the shade that we just used, a little bit darker. I think I'm gonna add that also in the crease. One dip. I'm gonna start on this eye because the other eye, oh, this one's darker. This is not gonna work. Yeah, eyeshadow is tricky. I'm just gonna try to like blend it out so that it looks the same. I can't believe the brows turned out like this with one dip. Like I'm actually shocked. I like this brow more than this one. Oh, I just dipped in there by accident. Okay, let's put that brush aside. I'm going back in with the first brush, not dipping my brush in at all, and just kind of blending this out a little bit more. So I just realized that when I tested out this palette, I used the purples, but I'm gonna try to do something different and not make it look exactly the same. I used a lot of like the warm tones in the crease, so I'm not gonna do that today, but I am gonna do purple all over the lid. I'm just gonna use this color right here all over, which is a really pretty shade. This one is PSL and Chill, so cute. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because this is something else where I feel like eyeshadow I probably use the most product for sure. I'm gonna do a big dip, okay? So I might be cheating a little bit, but I need a big dip. I can spray my brush because it's one dip, so I'm gonna do that. I feel like with a lot of shimmers in general, whether they're drugstore or high-end, you need to spray them just to make them pop a little bit more. I'm just using the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist today. I guess I'll just do one spray. No. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but like really trying to like distribute it. Like really? I'm just gonna use my finger to like get some of this color over here. You know what though? I can add another color to the center. I'm gonna take the shade One A Piece of Me, which is kind of like a lighter version of what I just used. Again, I'm doing a big dip because that was a big dip and that wasn't not enough. To me, one dip is like, okay, one dip, and then if you take your brush off, that's a second dip after that. Let's do a little bit here and then a little bit here. Okay. I think that's it for the shimmer. Honestly, not bad. I actually feel like that color kind of saved the look. I was a little nervous at first because I was like, okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of this color here, Spice of Life. It's like the darkest purple. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, I like want to show you because I don't want anybody to be like, you dipped twice. So. Okay, this is actually pretty cute though. Like, it's not terrible. Is this my best work? Probably not, but it's not terrible. All right, let's take a little makeup wipe and just wipe away this fallout. So I'm gonna use my Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which this is my favorite drugstore mascara, and it's only $5. Again, this one or ColourPop, it's pretty much all that I use. But a lot of the ColourPop mascaras, they're always sold out. ColourPop, a lot of their things in general are always sold out. And I'm like, get it together. Yeah, with mascara, I really feel like you could do your top and lower lashes without like double dipping. All right, for lashes today, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Foam Ink Lashes in the style Drama Queen. I haven't actually used these in a little bit, like I think over a month, because I've been like ride or die for the Salon Perfect 663 lashes. Those are so good. They've been my go-tos, but these are amazing as well. And I feel like with today's look, they're gonna be good. Oh yeah, I have missed these lashes. Okay, so sticking with the one dip, I'm gonna do one dip with lash glue for both lashes. So let's do that. I think we should be able to do that because you really don't need a ton of lash glue also when it comes to your lashes. Let's move into the skin. So I was thinking with setting spray, because I love setting spray and primer spray. So I'm like, what can I use where I can get like an even amount of spray all over my face? And I was thinking of like a continuous spray. So I have this one. This is the only spray that I have that's kind of like when you spray it once, it's like a continuous setting spray. So this is the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. I do like this spray. It's not life-changing. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it. Oh, and it matches my eye makeup. That's cute. Okay, so let's do it. This is a setting spray, but I'm gonna use it to prime my skin, like a little refresher, because I love primer waters. Bam. For primer, I'm gonna use the Hard Candy Hydrating 12-Hour Grip Primer. I love this. This is a really good Milk Makeup dupe. And again, this is one of those primers where I feel like you really just need a little bit anyway, so I'm gonna just use about that much. I normally go back in with more, but I think this should be good. I don't have like a dip kind of primer, so we're just using this today. This is good because it really does make your makeup last all day, and it's a little bit more hydrating than the Milk one. So I like this one more, to be honest, and it's cheaper. So for foundation, I'm going to use another Hard Candy product, the Glamoflash Full Coverage Foundation. I wanted something full coverage because I knew that I only had one dip, and this is really good. And this one I have in the shade Olive. I like the applicator. I like everything about it. The coverage is great. So one dip. Yeah, foundation's not difficult because see, with one dip you could do a lot, especially with a foundation like this that's very full coverage. And yeah, so I feel like that's good. I'm gonna use my Haley's Beauty sponge. Good shade too. See, I'd probably add a little bit more to that blemish, but I can't. But realistically, with foundation, that's another thing. I know I go overboard with foundation sometimes because, to be completely honest, I know I don't have a ton to cover up. Like, I don't have usually like a ton of breakouts. So I guess with foundation, I could probably chill a little bit. But I do love medium to full coverage just because I like everything to just look nice and even and just super smooth. Let me put on these lashes. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Covergirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I wanna switch it up because I literally use e.l.f. Hydrating in like every video, and I'm sure you guys are sick of it, but this is another really great concealer. Honestly, same exact kind of concept. I feel like just like the hydrating one from e.l.f., it's just, it has more shades than the e.l.f. one, but they're both really great. Okay. Another product where I feel like one dip is enough because you get a lot of product on the applicator. I love this concealer. This is so good. And I've seen the marketing on this concealer every time I go into my Walmart, like the Super Center. And this says it's better than a $27 concealer. So the marketing team is obviously hinting at Tarte Shape Tape, but really, I feel like this is, oh my God, why is that happening? I think, is my sponge a little bit too wet on that side? I literally just like rubbed away. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. I'm gonna take the concealer from this and I'm gonna put it on that blemish. I don't know what happened. I think it's maybe because my sponge is a little too damp maybe on the like the tip of it. No, it doesn't even have any water. I don't know. That's weird. Unless, is this concealer old maybe? Actually, now that I'm blending it, like this is kind of weird. It's like dry. Oh wow, that's really weird. I was gonna say, like as I'm blending it, it feels a little bit more drying than the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo, which I feel like is like personally my favorite. I think I actually like that one. Look, it's not really blending. That's so weird. I do love this concealer. I feel like it's, oh my God, do you see what's happening? As I'm blending, it's like coming off. Oh my God, I don't know why it's doing that. I love this concealer. It's really good, but it feels a little bit more dry today. I don't know if maybe mine's old. It says 24 months. I have not had this for 2 years. That's very, very strange. Maybe it could be the primer. It's just not really working well with that primer. Oh wow, that's really weird. I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush just to blend this in. That was very strange. That's never happened to me with the CoverGirl concealer. Like I said, I love this concealer. It's one of my favorites. This eye is brighter than this eye, so that's cute. Wow, that was really weird. Okay, let's use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder because I love this one in the shade Light. I'm gonna dip once. That should be enough. Powder is something else that I go overboard with. So I just realized I was gonna use the Rare Beauty Cream Blush and I already set my makeup, so I'm not gonna do that because my face is being a little weird today. I don't know what happened, but it looks a little dry. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like the concealer just didn't work well with the hydrating primer from Hard Candy. Like it's not a good mix. Like I said, I've used this before with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo and other concealers and it always works really well. So something with the CoverGirl one, it's just not working together well. I don't think the face looks terrible. I definitely need some setting spray, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I was gonna use the Rare Beauty Cream Blush and I totally forgot because I was just like shocked with the concealer and how it looked. But with this, you actually only need one dip. So that's why I wanted to mention it because it is extremely pigmented. You need like one little dot on your entire face, honestly, and that's gonna be perfect. So this is really good. This is like one of my favorite high-end cream blushes. It's a very easy formula to work with, but you just need one dip, literally. So I love this one and my favorite color is in the shade Bliss and I'll just show you. I've used this before in like an everyday makeup tutorial and everything. So if you wanna see how it looks in action, check out that video. But this is the color. It's just a really pretty natural pink. I'm gonna use Glossier Boy Brow. I love this because it really like does a good job at setting your brows, but it has a lot of pigment to it also. But I normally do 2 dips because my brows are pretty sparse and I just feel like I need the extra dip. Ugh, I want to fill in this brow so bad. Let's finish up the eye since we're here. I'm gonna go back into the purple color right here and I'm just gonna smudge that on my lower lash line. I feel like for the lower lashes you don't need a ton. I'm gonna do 1 dip of this color, Love You a Latte, right here. Let's do a little inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna take the color down here called Oh My Gourd. I'm gonna use another gel liner. This one's from ColourPop. It's the Bff Cream Gel Liner. I've actually never used this color before. This one's in Crybaby. I have like the pencil form of this liner, but the gel ones are also really great as well. It's just like a light lavender and it's gonna be, I think, pretty with this look. So, this is dried out. Actually, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna do a little, primer oil in here. I'm gonna use this one from e.l.f. the Retro Paradise line. This is just their little glow oil. I'm gonna do 1 drop. There we go. This is how we make it work. You just have to make it work sometimes. So again, Let's do it. Yeah, no. Didn't really do much. It's not the eyeliner's fault. It's my fault for keeping this in here for so long. I probably had it for over a year. It definitely dried out. Not the vision I had, but it's fine. We're just gonna do lower lash mascara and call it a day with the eyes. Oh, I love this. This is such a good mascara. It's amazing. Okay, now bronzer, blush, highlight, lips, setting spray. Okay, so we're almost done, but like not really. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the Tarte Park Ave Princess bronzer. I really like this. This has been like my go-to. Let's do it. I usually like triple dip with bronzer, so. Yeah, I don't think one dip is gonna do me justice with bronzer, but I think the blush should make up for it. I mean, like, it's super, super natural. I usually like a little bit more warmth to my skin, especially when I'm not tan. I don't have any color to me. I like the little touch of extra bronzer. For blush today, I'm gonna use the Vanilla Cream Truffle palette from BH Cosmetics. I love the orange one, but today's look is like more purpley and soft, so I wanted to do something a little bit more pinky. I'm not gonna be able to actually do 3 different colors because I'm gonna have to like triple dip, so I'm just gonna use one color. So I'm gonna use the color right up top here. This brush, by the way, is from CVS. That really did nothing. Oh, these smell so good. I love these palettes though. They're so pretty and they're great for every day. Okay, I want to use more So Bad. Blush is my favorite thing. Like, I love bronzer, but I've been so into a lot of blush. For highlighter, I'm gonna go with the for highlighter in Blissful. I feel like this is really pretty because it's kind of like pinky and it just goes well with the eyes. Oh yeah, that's like plenty. I don't do as much highlighter as what I used to. I mean, it's still kind of a lot some days, but I used to do too much. So I feel like one dip is pretty standard. I mean, I usually maybe do 2, but I don't do, like I said, as much as I used to before. So this for me is actually enough. Let's do some spray. My skin feels a little bit dry. I think that concealer, this CoverGirl concealer, like, I love this, but I don't know what happened today. So I'm gonna use, again, the Tarte spray just to spritz my face, give it a little extra. So again, one spray, but it's continuous, so it's gonna be kind of a lot. Oh, that feels so good. I needed that, you guys. Whew. So my face is still drying a little bit, but let's do lips. So I wanted to use a liquid lipstick because I feel like that's like the most ideal, because even if you use a lipstick, that's kind of like, you know what I mean? So we're using KVD Vegan Beauty. This one's in the shade Bow and Arrow. I feel like this is like a perfect fall mauve tone lip. And these are extremely opaque. And I normally always like to do a lip liner, but we are making some exceptions today. Such a pretty color. Honestly, this is another product where I feel like, or liquid lipstick in general, like one dip is really all you need, because if you do too many dips on the liquid lipstick, it's gonna dry, it's gonna crumble, it's gonna be really, really uncomfortable. So with this in particular, especially, one is really all you need. So this is the completed makeup look. I really like the way this turned out. Honestly, there's a couple things that I would definitely kind of like alter a little bit. Like, I would probably add a little bit more crease color in my crease, like right in here, like a little more transition. I would definitely fix this brow because I feel like it needs a little more either pomade or a little bit of like a pencil to fill it in properly. This one's really good. Like, this one's on point. My right side's like my good side. I wasn't sure where this video was gonna turn. When I was doing the eyeshadow, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. But I think I made the eyeshadow work pretty well. But then with the concealer, I was like, oh my goodness, this looks so bad. I just feel like maybe the Grip Primer and the CoverGirl concealer just do not mesh well together. That's what I'm thinking. Because the foundation was good. It was just like when I put on the concealer that it was like taking a turn for the worse. But I think I was able to make it work. So I like this look overall. It's not, I feel like, the best look that I've done, but I don't think it's the worst. I've definitely had way worse looks for sure. So I really like this look. I think it's a cute little simple mauve tone moment and I'm here for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I encourage you to do the same. Try it out. Do the one dip challenge when you're doing something where you use a lot of makeup, like maybe your brows or your eyeshadow. This definitely puts a lot into perspective with how much product I'm using constantly constantly. I think with a lot, I have like my reasons of why I use a lot. Like with blush and bronzer, it's just like what I like. But with concealer and foundation, I probably use more than what I need or what any average person needs for sure. So this really, you know, it definitely puts things into perspective. And this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for the recommendation, because I honestly always hear about these challenges because of you guys and like trends and stuff and new products. You guys always keep me up to date with everything. So thank you guys for this, because this was fun. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sending you lots of love, a big virtual hug, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.